Happy Halloween, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Ghost Life. We're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and were you more of a trick kid or a treat kid?
Treat. 100%.
Yeah.
Always treat. What about you?
Oh, I was a treat kid. I'm not much of a prankster. I'm really not.
No, I like to think I am, but my pranks are not that good.
I feel like if I wanted to be, I could, but I feel like I don't like playing tricks.
Same.
I don't like tricking people.
Same. I like to, my kind of trick is like sticking a present under your pillow like the Tooth Fairy and like, surprise, I left you some treats.
Surprise, you're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I like to do that. Yeah. That's like, sometimes when we have like big events and stuff, like I want to be the one that passes out raffle tickets or like hands out free stuff. I'm like, I want to be the one that just gives you something and you're like, yay, happiness.
Yes. When I get pranked, I'll laugh, but I might cry on the inside.
But there's no crying here on Ghost Life.
No crying.
There's no crying on Coast Life.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. It's just fun. Have you had, I think we did talk about this before, but like favorite costumes that you've had over the years?
Yeah, definitely. My first ever Halloween costume was a clown. I think my mom knew since I couldn't fight back. She put me in an embarrassing outfit. Yeah. I had like the weird, the cone thing, the wig, all that good stuff. I dressed up like Mulan and like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz a lot. Because those are my favorite movies, favorite characters. Yeah, what about you?
I've been a cat multiple times.
Nice.
I think I was Marie from the Aristocats one year, like very specifically. So people were like, oh, a cat. And I was like, I'm Marie. Yeah. So I was a black cat, a white cat. I've been a cat many a year and always enjoyed it.
That's good.
I like cats.
Exactly. I like cats too. I don't think I've ever been one, but I have been a cheetah.
Okay.
So kind of same thing.
In a similar vein.
Yeah. I honestly, all I did was dress up as a cat and then put cheetah markings on my face. So that was really it.
Well, maybe your personality is so iconic that what you are for Halloween, you always have to coincide with what your personality is, because that's kind of a question we're starting off the show with today. Like, what is something that's really shaped your personality? Is it, sarcasm? Is it your life experiences? Like, what is something, like, what is your identity?
That's a great question. And when you asked me this earlier, because I needed time to think about this one, I would say the biggest thing that shaped my personality to its core, like its form, was probably my siblings. That's why I think I can joke with people well. I don't get too offended, even though I just said pranks make me cry. But I think now, that was kind of my form. Now, my personality, it won't change, but it'll move like this, depending on who I'm with. So if I'm with someone who kind of matches my personality, maybe they too are loud and talkative, I'll actually kind of retreat a little bit more. Yeah. And I'll let them have the spotlight, them kind of take over. If I'm with a group of quieter people, I'll probably, someone needs to step it up here and get a little louder. And so I kind of feed off the vibes and the people around me.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to be. I mean, I think, there's something to be said for people who never change and they are who they are in every group and every crowd, and I think that's great too. But I also think there's a skill set in reading a room and matching the energy and not overpowering people that maybe don't want to be overpowered all the time, and they want a chance to have the floor. And if you are somebody who could give them the floor, I think that's a good way to be. I definitely think sarcasm, wit tends to play a big role in who I am as a person, like a sense of humor. Like if somebody said I wasn't funny, devastated.
Yeah, no, I see that with you.
Absolutely devastated. But I think that also kind of comes from my upbringing with my siblings. My dad has a very dry sense of humor, so I definitely get some of that. And oh God, he's quick. He's so quick. And so like, when he tells dad jokes, we're like almost disappointed because we're like, oh, Dad, you're funnier than that.
We got to get him on the joke jar.
Oh my God, I know. He would hate the joke jar. Well, he would love it, but he'd be like, you're done.
You're done.
Better jokes for you.
Yeah, he would have better jokes than we tell.
Yeah, so think about that one. That's also something for you to toss around in your brain today. Like, what is your identity in a few words? Is it movie references? There can be so many things. There's a lot of times when I consume media, that also becomes a big part of my personality for a few weeks.
That's fair. We were asking around the office what people's personalities were, and there were people who said like, if it's a movie reference, most of their references or their jokes come from movies or songs, something like that. So it is a real thing.
For sure.
Interesting.
You can always chime in on our socials whenever we're joining these kinds of conversations we like to have with you. Here's something else that maybe you'll have an opinion on. I know we both did. There was a restaurant in Georgia that was adding, how sometimes now they include the gratuity fee where they'll tell you like, hey, there's just a 20% like flat, it's on the bill. That's what it is.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. There's a restaurant in Georgia that's also sharing or it's hitting parents with the bad parenting fee. So adults that aren't necessarily watching their kids, like if your kid is getting up and running around or throwing food or just misbehaving, they're going to charge you a little bit more money. I couldn't figure out how much more money based off the menu. That might be a number that they just pick. I really don't know. So like that could be a little problematic. But
if it's like 50% relaxed.
You're right.
Yeah. But I like it.
I don't hate it.
I actually do like it. And here's the thing. There's kids with different needs and things like that. So we get that if the parent really is embarrassed and trying and their kid is being crazy, then I'm sure there's a level of understanding. But we've all been there where your kid is throwing food under the table or knocking their drink over, being rude, yelling. I have seen kids get up and go to other people's tables. Kids go up to other people's tables and sit down and try to take their food. And the parent's like, my kid is so cute. Your kid's not cute.
Right.
And it's annoying. And now the server has to clean up your kid's mac and cheese and clean up their drink that they spilled and that you just laughed at. So I'm all for it.
I don't hate it, and I think too, like kids who, because obviously they don't know, they need structure, they need a little bit of that, like, hey, this isn't how we behave at a restaurant. And I always get so nervous when I see the kids who are runners, and like I know there are high energy kids, and maybe not every restaurant is a great space for them. And if you want to go to that restaurant, that's where babysitters come in. And I know like babysitters can be expensive, but maybe if it's just an evening, a teenager down the street isn't going to charge you that much money. And like I was a babysitter, so I'm like I see both sides. I'm like, hey, I was getting paid so that you can enjoy a night all to yourself because your kid can't behave in a restaurant.
It's true, and it is something I think that you teach your kid at a young age. And again, we don't have kids. I know we say this a lot, but we have both been babysitters, nannies, siblings, all of that. And I mean, my nieces are both 2, and my sisters are starting now the table manners of you don't get up and yell, you don't throw your food, and you sit there and you eat your food and you have polite conversation, and that's what you do in a restaurant. So I'm all for it. I think the server is not in charge of cleaning up your kid's mess.
Not like that. And I think the other thing that makes me nervous when you've got the kids who are runners is that like if they run into a server or a server trips over them and somebody gets hurt, that could be the server or the restaurant getting sued in a situation that shouldn't really be their fault.
It shouldn't be, because that's not the point of a restaurant.
Right, that's not the point of a restaurant.
Running around, take them to Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't hate it. You can come for us.
We'll take this one.
We'll take this one, but I think and maybe because we're not parents right now, that's our opinion, and maybe that could change further down the road. You never know. But it is Halloween.
Woo!
So we have to talk candy corn.
Yes.
Love it or hate it.
You know I love candy corn.
Unless we're gluing it to a styrofoam ball.
Oh, yeah. Remember that? Remember that episode? Yeah. Let's take you back really quick. All right, well, my hair's disheveled. I'm sweating. This is stressing me out.
A little rough.
Yeah. That was one of the saddest days of my life. But the only time I had qualms with candy corn.
The only day you were betrayed by candy corn.
Was when I was trying to glue it onto a styrofoam ball and toothpicks were involved. But otherwise, I have a bag still in my desk.
I think they said candy corn has been around since 1888.
Huh.
Uh-huh. And honestly, it tastes like it. It tastes like that candy corn. Like there was just one giant batch made in 1888 and we're still eating the same candy corn.
I should have been born in 1888 because I love it. Whatever they put in it back in the day, I'm for it.
The thing is, if you put it in front of me, I'm going to eat it.
Perfect.
I'm not going to be happy about it, but I'm going to eat it.
Oh, it's too good, man.
I won't complain on the outside, but I'll just be like, oh, I wish it was chocolate.
The chocolate covered candy corn could be good.
Actually, it could be good.
Think about it.
All right, I'm thinking about it.
Maybe they already make it. Who knows?
Yes. Well, as you know, we love bringing you a show, and today is going to be a little bit more Halloween themed. We're going to revisit maybe some of our favorite spooky things we've done so far. We might even revisit some of the crafts we've made, like the candy corn ball. So there's a lot of Halloween spooky fun coming your way. Maya Henry is going to tell us what's coming up on Ghost Life.
Coming up today on Coast Life, prepare yourself for our Halloween joke jar. And it's Halloween, so don't forget to stop by to Lewes Legends Walking Tour. And of course, prepare yourself for another Get Home Safely tip. All that and more when Coast Life gets back.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Coast Life, if you're looking for something a little bit scary to do this October, our friends at the Lewes Historical Society have you covered. But before we get into that, they've also got an event coming up, Booze and Brews.
So fun.
It's going to be tons of fun. Bethany Blues is going to be there. The Hot Sauce Band is going to be there. Dogfish is going to be there. Yeah. So it's going to be a great event. And of course, money going back to Lewes Historical Society so that they can do cool events like this, the Lewes Legends Tour. Maya Henry is going to tell us more about what you can find there.
You're watching Coast Life, and it's officially spooky season. And today I am here with Marcos Salaveria, and he has a tour going on that I think you're gonna like. So Marcos, tell me a little bit about this Legends Walking Tour.
Sure enough. So our Lewes Legends Tour is one of our most popular and long-running tours. We do a little bit of history, we do a little bit of haunting, and we let you decide, you know, where the truth has been stretched. We're sitting right now outside of the Cannonball House Maritime Museum, which is both one of our most famous historical events and one of our most famous haunting or spirited stories. So first off, to tell you a little bit more about why it's called the Cannonball House, it's called the Cannonball House because during the War of 1812, specifically April 6th and 7th, 1813, a bombardment while the Americas were at war once again with England. They bombarded us for over 22 hours and 800 rounds of cannonballs, one of which is still lodged in the front facade of the building. Another, which I hold right here in my hands, that we invite our visitors to do as well. Please use both hands. It is a 9-pound cannonball, and it's an example of the bombardment that occurred in Lewes. Now, the Lewes Tower is part of the legend. Now, legend is a lot of times misinformation. A lot of times it's the key parts of the story that last.
Cannonballs aren't the only thing that holds the weight of these historic tales. For a town that all locals know is the root of these legends.
The Lewes Tower is part of the legend. Now, legend is a lot of times misinformation. A lot of times it's the key parts of the story that last. Yeah. And the British would have bombarded again for almost an entire day about a mile off of our coast.
The war resulted in an unfortunate loss against the British. The outcome may be shocking for some.
There were no human casualties. The only casualties of bombardment were a wounded pig and a killed chicken.
So it was quite literal. But the people of Lewes were celebrating.
A small little town of Lewes we had not defeated the British, but we did outlast them. And we made our mark on the national stage after April 6th and 7th, 1813. But then you ask, wait a minute. This is the Legends Tour tells of haunting stories of things from beyond the grave. Where's the death? Where's the drama? Well, for that, follow me.
Hey, we love some drama on Coast Life. The first part of the Legends Walking Tour begins at the home of Susan Rowland King, who encounters a tragic accident after blackening her pots.
When, as the story tells us, a spark from the fire escaped, caught her dress, and she was caught in a conflagration where she was engulfed in flames.
So she was just poof, gone afterwards.
She was burned at a high degree. The chemicals that were on her hands accelerated the fire.
So nobody was there with her?
No one was there. She lived alone. Oh
my gosh.
And this is where the part of the story begins that we tell. Where history ends is that we know from the Philadelphia Examiner, newspaper of the time, that a well-regarded and respected woman of Lewes, Susan Rowland King, found dead in her bed, burned to death. Just the one room. It was her living room, her kitchen room, her dining room, her bedroom. And again, the tale of when she caught fire and sadly passed, engulfed in flames, would have happened right here.
Right here?
In her fireplace area.
And nobody knows how she made it from right there to her bed.
Probably crawled, unfortunately, but we don't we don't like to linger on the pain. Indeed, probably yes. Or did she truly make it to her bed? This is why these are legends and tales. What parts of the stories linger? What parts are forgotten? What's changed? What stays the same?
We fast forward to the Burton Ingram House, the most memorable house known for unknown footsteps and an unforgettable sound. So guys, we are at the end of the tour, but Marcos told me that this is probably the scariest. And you're thinking, okay, it's a music box. But Marcos, what does this music box do? It has no batteries, no wires. How does it play on its own?
That's a very good question, especially as this older piece, if you look at these discs, they have the notes, the holes punched into them. It's a precursor to records, but multiple occasions, our guides have reported that as they leave the tour, the music box may play just a couple of notes, maybe as a final farewell or as a final warning, maybe, we hope, an invitation to come explore more from beyond the legends.
The whole time you were talking, I was getting warm. I was like, is it about to happen? All right, guys, well, I'm trying to jet. I'm scared after those footsteps, but for the people that are watching are really interested, you said they need to sign up quick.
Yes, so our tours are every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 p.m. from October 8th to October 29th. And they sell out fast, so please visit us at www.historiclewes.org/tours for our Lewes Legends tours.
All right. Well, thank you, Marco, so much for this tour, for all the great thrills and even the scares. So, guys, I'm getting out of here. Me and Jackson, the camera guy, is heading out because I'm getting really warm. I don't know if somebody's about to come. So, Marcos, thank you. There's more Coast Life on the way.
Happy Halloween, Coast Life. We're getting everybody upstairs on the couch today. Maya's joining me as we were in the Sea Witch Parade, as you know, on Saturday. We saw some great costumes there.
It was lit. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed myself.
It was really fun. I saw a couple of costumes that I wasn't expecting, although I did see a lot of Wednesdays, a lot of Wednesday Addams out there.
Yeah, a lot of them, and it was a lot of skeletons, you know, the normal stuff. But I like the extraordinary, like the jellyfish. That was my
jellyfish one was really, really cool. What I also noticed were there were a lot of cool like trick-or-treat bags. Like there were the ones that had like the hand out holding all the candy when you dropped it in. I thought that was really cool.
With the little hole in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was always the little ones that had the most extravagant baskets. So you know who did that? It was the parents. Definitely the parents.
It was cool to see though. It was nice. I mean, it's a little bit more aesthetic than the pillowcase that we used to go out trick-or-treating with.
I never used a pillowcase, but
So
we always had the plastic bowls.
The plastic ones,
Yes.
yeah. No, we were the pillowcase kids. We got to take the whole pillowcase and try to fill it up. You never did. But we're always liking to see what you guys are coming up with. You can chime in on our socials. This one from Bill Vernon, his kids all dressed up. I love that none of them match, but that's my favorite part. We got a dinosaur, another Wednesday. We got Deadpool in there.
All different personalities.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes, we've also got a lot of good dog costumes this year. Cute. I think that's what, Benny the cowboy?
And the dog seemed so into it, honestly. Like the one with Benny actually, I thought it was a human at first because they were so into it, but I loved it.
Cute, yeah. Pete submitted one of the kids. They got a Ninja Turtle. I did see a lot of Ninja Turtles at Sea Witch.
Yeah, because the movie just came out like a couple months ago.
That's right. It was good to see. Good to see the Ninja Turtles back in action.
Yeah.
This one was a really cute one. I thought I've sometimes seen Flo before from the Progressive commercials, but
she actually looked like Flo, in my opinion. Like it was spot on.
I also love that, and then Jill submitted this one. They got the man, the dog involved. Everybody's dressing up as the car insurance mascots, which I think is really cute. I love that the dog is the emu.
It was pretty creative. Like usually you get the basics, but this one they had to think about this one. I loved it.
I did too. So we want to see your costumes. Make sure you send them our way via our socials, or you can always email us, team@coastlife.com. We love to see it. I know that the weather tonight may or may not hold out. We got our fingers crossed for you that you're going to be able to do some trick-or-treating. If you are planning on doing some trick-or-treating, don't forget, we've got some info on our website for you, all the places that you can go around trick-or-treating, some of the trunk-or-treat information, just to keep an eye on things to make the best night that you can.
And have fun. Enjoy yourself. It's a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, right?
That's right.
So enjoy your Tuesday, and then of course school and work tomorrow, but don't even think about that
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But like you said, Maya, it is Tuesday. That means coming up on Coast Life, we're going to make sure we get you home safely. All that and more is headed your way when we get back. Yesterday on Coast Life, Officer Cisco was in the studio telling you and the kids how to stay safe while trick-or-treating tonight. Hopefully the weather holds out for you, but today is Tuesday. That means we're getting you home safely, as we always do, with Seaside Krav Maga in Lewes. They've taught us so much about that situational awareness and what to do when you have to use it. Today's Get Home Safely tip is about what happens if somebody has you up against a wall in a chokehold and how to get out of that scary and dangerous situation. So take a look.
Hi, I'm Chris Anderhagen.
And I'm Ted Dabbs, and we're from Seaside Krav Maga, located in Lewes, Delaware. And we're here again today to talk to you about some more tips on how to get home safely.
Today we're going to work on either being choked against a wall or somebody in a rage slamming you against a wall to do damage. And we're going to show you how you escape and how you utilize a wall, potentially a bar top, a desk top, anything as another weapon, not just your body parts.
That's right, Chris. You know, one of our principles of Krav Maga is awareness, situational awareness. And this is a scenario where, you know, you can't always be perfectly aware and know that an attacker is coming at you. So this is probably a situation where maybe you were caught off guard and somebody gets in close enough where they can actually get their hands around your neck and into your space.
Yeah, you're a little behind the 8 ball and you've got to deal with it. You don't have a choice if you want to go home safely.
And as usual, again, our principle is you want to strike hard with intensity and fight like you're fighting for your life.
Scary and dangerous situation, but luckily our friends at Seaside Krav Maga in Lewes always know how to guide us through what to do should you get into a potentially dangerous situation. And don't forget, they've got all kinds of classes, whether it's for the little guys, because you can never kind of start building that situational awareness and what to do in a dangerous situation too young, all the way into adult classes, women's self-defense courses. If maybe you're not as comfortable going in a group, they definitely want to help keep our community safe, and that's why we love working with our friends at Seaside Krav Maga. Don't go anywhere though, because we also like to keep the community safe. Flu season is upon us. BB Healthcare is going to tell us why it's important to get your flu shot this year.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Seaside Krav Maga.
You're watching Coast Life, and guys, it is becoming that time of the year. It is respiratory illness season, and today I have someone who can tell us a little bit more about that, because I don't know that much. It's Ms. Kim Blanche, the Community Outreach Director?
Correct.
All right, of BB Healthcare. So thank you so much for coming in with us, Ms. Kim.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about this respiratory illness.
Yes, so it's certainly the season for respiratory illnesses. Flu has a tendency to pick up this time of year. People are going inside with the cooler weather, spending a little more time indoors and around others. So we have a greater likelihood of spreading germs and viruses, not just the flu, but also COVID-19 and then RSV.
So if somebody is thinking, all right, I have the sniffles, I have a cough, what are some of the symptoms that can aware them like, hey, I might need a shot or some type of medication?
Mm-hmm. So it's always good to be preventative, right? So that's what we're doing here today with our flu clinic for the community, is that preventative piece. So if you can get your immunizations through your flu vaccine, COVID booster, or the RSV, if that's appropriate for your age and conditions, then you're one step ahead of the game by getting your body prepared from an immune response to be able to fight those infections if you're exposed to those. So it's really about washing your hands.
Definitely. Wash your hands.
The simple steps, right? Going back to basics, washing your hands, ensuring that if you're feeling unwell, whether that's a little bit of a fever you feel coming on, or like you said, sniffles, or you have a little bit of a cough developing, to stay home and check in with your doctor. And if you don't have a provider to see, then you can visit one of our walk-in centers.
All right, so Kim, you have a couple clinics that people can go to. Where can they find them?
Yes, so our flu clinics, which we have 30 on our calendar for this year that are open to the community, you can find those on bbhealthcare.org/calendar. And you can also call our flu hotline, which is 302-291 6358. So it's 302-291-6FLU, F-L-U.
I know kids have a different, immune system. What are some things that parents can look out for to prepare their kids for this season coming up?
Yes, that's a fantastic question. So again, reinforcing those basics, right? Washing their hands, trying to keep your distance from people, not spending too much time, particularly if you hear someone coughing or sneezing, right? Continue to wash your hands, and then obviously getting enough rest. That helps with our immune system, and moving our bodies.
Okay, sounds easy enough. All right, is there anything else that you would like to add to the people watching, to kind of rear them up and make them feel like, amped up to get a flu shot?
Right. So it's incredibly important, right? It's a way for you to position yourself through the season so that you're protected by getting your flu shot. That allows your body to develop the antibodies that will then protect you in the event that you are exposed. So as viruses come through, sometimes they mutate, if not always. And by getting your flu shot, it decreases the severity of the symptoms that you would experience. Very likely to decrease the severity of the symptoms that you would experience.
Well, I know some people are afraid to get flu shots because they're afraid they're going to get the flu after. Is that correct, or is that just something we should throw away?
So we'll bust that myth.
Okay.
So you're not you're getting a vaccine that helps your body to identify what the flu would look like, so that it has the ability to develop those protective antibodies. So you're not getting vaccinated with the flu. You're getting vaccinated so that your body recognizes what the flu will look like in the event that you're exposed, and it has that layer of defense through your immune system in order to fight it.
Okay, so you heard it from Kim that is a myth, guys. Throw that away. Come to one of their clinics. I already had mine, but yeah, come to BB Healthcare. They're ready to get you guys ready for the upcoming season. Thank you so much, Kim, for having this interview with us.
Thank you, Maya. It's a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by BB Healthcare.
Today is Halloween, Coast Life, but think back to the beginning of the month. Remember when we were hyping you up for today for all your trick-or-treating activities by doing some DIY Halloween crafts?
I remember those crafts. I think I did one, and it was the ultimate fail. It was the candy corn ball thing.
Yes, and that was the first craft that we all did together, and then Maya was just immediately out. She was like, you know what? These crafts are not it.
It was not my thing. It was breaking. It was just falling apart, and it was all dusty and dirty. Not my thing, definitely.
It was frustrating for sure. But the good news is we came up with some better crafts throughout the week. We made these little balloon ghosts, and we made these little like puffy paint spider webs, and these the apple candles. Those turned out surprisingly well.
I really like the ghost one. I think that was kind of, obvious it would turn out great, but it was so cute. That was probably my favorite one.
They were cute. They were silly. I think they're still somewhere in the office, but mine had like a slight hole in it, so it's like really deflated now. It's like really sad and tired, but we could tell you all about our DIY crafts, but why don't we kind of revisit sort of the best of with these crafts and maybe inspire you for some last minute Halloween DIY crafts yourself? Take a look.
So what we're doing today is creating actually little candle holders out of apples.
That's cute,
It's gonna be so cute. We'll find out. Yeah.
Maya, what is going on? It's supposed to be an M. It's an M for
Maya.
Right. Oh, okay. That's
All you're gonna need is a balloon, the balloon stick, and the little balloon holder guy that connects the two.
We haven't tried this yet,
So we're gonna give it a go.
we're just gonna try it out. Just the top, so like almost like you're gonna create like a lid for it, like a candle lid. Do you want help?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not, okay, there we go. Got it. Nailed it.
I'm trying to dry it. Oh, and we forgot the best part, you guys. Glitter. I love that we have these sticks too, so you can just parade them around town.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, my hair's disheveled. I'm sweating. This is stressing me out.
A little rough.
Yeah. I am Picasso over here. This is going so much better.
This is a lot easier than the candy corn balls that we attempted the other day.
And how calming is this?
This is actually really
I
great.
kind of keep forgetting to like talk to you. I'm like, I'm just in my own world, tracing with my puffy paint. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'll try mine out. Should we put them together?
Aww.
Oh wait, it's adorable.
Yay!
Look, and then you can put it like in the middle of your dining room table.
Ta-da!
Do you think it'll drip if I hold it up?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is gonna be cute when it's dry. Because it looks just like me. Let's show off our finished products.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still going.
No, you're great. So the goal was, just use your imagination, have these everywhere. They were spiky balls, and you could stick them in a beautiful glass dish like this, and have a cute little decoration. Oh, that's it's even spookier if they lose their head. It's okay.
Oh.
And there's your Halloween craft. They're cousins.
We still have it. This was Paige's candy corn ball. We were
That was
talking
her
about
enemy.
this.
She was not happy that day at all. I was like,
We've
oh
never
no.
seen her so visibly frustrated. So we hold on to this. I think she had called it Weird Barbie.
Yeah, with
because
the
it kind of
little
looks like her hair. So we hold on to Weird Barbie, the candy corn ball, as a reminder of just how rough that first craft was. But the good news was they all got better. I think the apple candles were my favorite one.
I think mine was the spider web ones where you could peel it off. It reminded me of my
Yeah.
childhood, like sticking the stuff on the window when the holidays came up. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think what I like about the apple one too is that one can really carry over into the rest of fall. That doesn't have to be Halloween specific. So like we know we're all trick-or-treating tonight, having fun, staying safe. But if you're also gearing up for Thanksgiving and maybe you want
yeah.
a table set, that would be a good thing to have on that.
Maybe for like a day. Don't leave it there
For like
for
a day.
while.
Oh, yeah, no,
But
you
like
don't.
nice decoration for a day.
Oh, because the fruit flies. Luckily, candy corn isn't such a like sugar coating. I don't think.
I don't think anyone
bad.
wants the candy corn. I don't think anyone is gonna get that.
No one does, but we've got more laughs and more fun to be had when Coast Life gets back.
Hey there, everybody. We are back with another joke jar, and who better to do jokes with today than our field correspondent, Maya Henry.
Hey guys.
So happy to have you. Now, here's the thing. We have Maya doing this joke jar because she's a tough nut to crack.
I have to admit, I am pretty tough to crack when
Yeah.
it comes to jokes.
That's right. So she has a good sense of humor, a little too good. So I'm going to see if I can make her laugh. So you have your water bottle?
Yeah, girl.
All right. We're going to tell if she thinks it's funny, obviously, because if she spits out that water, I know I got her to laugh. Ready to go? Okay. These are just Halloween-themed jokes to get us in the spirit. I'll start you off a little easy. What's a zombie's favorite band? The Dead Hot Chili Peppers. She said, nope. Okay. How did Dracula learn to be a vampire? He took a crash course. Just when I think I'm gonna get her. Let's see. When is the best time to cast a spell? Well, you were kind of right. The witching hour. She gave me the 3, which I think 3 a.m. is technically the witching hour. Okay, that was a little too realistic than humorous. Dang it! I thought I was gonna get her this time. What's a mummy's favorite genre of music? A mummy likes rap. Oh my gosh. Okay, she likes that one. I didn't get it. Okay, I'm gonna do one more just because I can tell she's about to spit that water out. Who's in charge of the candy corn? The Colonel. Aw, we went downhill. Okay, I told you, she is a tough one to crack. Swallow that water. Let's do a little switcheroo. We'll see if she can get me.
All right, Paige likes to laugh, guys. She is a giggler. So I think this will be pretty easy. Why did the headless horseman go to school? He wanted to get ahead in life. That's kind of cheese. All right, okay. What did the ghost say when it fell down? I got a boo-boo. No. Okay, all right. All right, let's see. Did you hear about the zombie that took a nap? It was dead tired. Okay, that was all right. All right, let's try knock knock. Which? Which one of you has candy? Good? Okay, all right, I got her.
I spit a little bit into my hands, but I was nervous it was all gonna shoot out, so I swallowed the rest of it.
Well, at least you laughed. They were kind of corny, but I mean,
I see.
they're office jokes.
I think with you it's like the delivery, because I knew once I went rap and tried to make some sort of weird hand movement, it would get you.
Because it cracks me up every time you say something like slang. When you and Leah say slang, I am dead. Like I just can't. I can't do it.
Our Gen Z field correspondent over here. She keeps us young. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing those jokes with me and playing along, as always. If you have any fun Halloween jokes, let us know. You can email us, team@coastlife.com, and let us know what you thought about these. We just looked them up, so if you want to make your coworkers laugh, just Google some Halloween jokes.
And send us some funny jokes, guys. Some better ones.
Some better.
Like the rap joke. That was good.
Please, we could use some help. All right, more Coast Life's coming your way, so just stay right where you are. All right, before we let you guys go, we want to give you a little Halloween, a little fall trend, some fashion advice. Would you wear these candy corn Vans? I think they're amazing.
I thought you might. So we started the show off by talking about candy corn.
Yes.
And we came across those shoes. And you're a big Vans girl, right?
I am actually big Vans girl. I have a lot of pairs, so I don't have any with candy corn.
Well, then we know what we're getting you.
I know. I kind of love them. The only thing is, can you only wear them during the fall? Is there ever a reason to wear them not in the fall?
I mean, I guess not. I mean, technically, there's no rules. You can wear what you want when you want.
Perfect.
You want to wear candy corn shoes? Wear candy corn shoes whenever. In the middle of summer, throw them on.
I love it.
But I do think I love like seasonal clothes. Like I think if I were a teacher, I would absolutely be that teacher that's got like butterfly earrings for the insect lesson and globe earrings when we're learning geography. Like I love a theme.
Oh yeah. That would be cute. Teacher have candy corn Vans for Halloween?
Yeah, so like for, your whole your couple of fall months, you've got go-to shoes that people are going to love and fawn over. But
that's a good point.
Yeah, if they're a birthday present, they're going to be a little bit after the fact. You got to wait till next year to wear them.
Okay, well, I would still wear them. I think they're cute. I love when like Crocs does that. They're different themed, fun ones, because you wear them once or twice, but I think they're fun to see.
I love collectibles, like collectible items, anything that you love or you're passionate about. When they have a theme like that, I think that's always fun.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it is Halloween. You guys got to get going. Maybe you're doing your trick-or-treating tonight?
Yes, I know there's been a lot of trunk-or-treat events all leading up to Halloween, trick-or-treating. If you're more of the traditional trick-or-treater, definitely if you're getting ready to hit the road, be careful out there. Watch as you're driving through neighborhoods or even just busy roadways. Just be careful.
Yeah, and we would love to see some of your Halloween outfits, so your costumes. Yes, especially if they're funny or if you dress up your animals. Yes. We want to see all of that. So just send us an email, team@coastlife.com. We want to see all of it, and if you send it to us, we might have it on the show.
That's right.
Yep. So do that, team@coastlife.com. Hope you wrote it down. All your Halloween fits.
Yes, but it is about that time for us to